99X, Barnes and Leslie, Jimmy, our friend Jimmy, is hanging out. This is Celebrity Sleaze, brought to you by McDonald's. The best thing about working at McDonald's is the people. Let's sleaze.
People are saying that finally Wendy Williams will be vindicated. You know, she's been talking about Diddy for over 30 years. Very outspoken about him, and actually one of the very first people to speak up about him. And people are saying he tried to ruin her career. He got her fired when she was a radio host in New York City. This beef has been going on forever. Now there's this whole archives of Wendy Williams talking about Diddy on YouTube. I want to play a little of this. This is her talking about Diddy's arrest after, remember, the nightclub shooting with Diddy and J-Lo was with him?
Well, everybody, the Puffy Combs trial has begun, and, you know, the prosecutors are saying that Puffy fired at least one gunshot into the ceiling of the nightclub, which is, like, ridiculous. This whole thing happened back, of course, in December of 99. The comment came during the opening statements, and 3 people were injured during a shooting. Of course, Shine and Anthony Wolf Jones, the bodyguard, will also be standing trial. SUV without Puffy.
Right.
They ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing a gun out the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second gun, of course, in the car.
Right.
All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard, Puffy, and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually, Puffy and his bodyguard, Wolf, were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the gun. And Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, because the prosecutor said this, "I can't go to jail. I'm Puff Daddy."
So he got her fired?
Oh, yeah. Like for years, you know, she was on Hot 97 and, you know, he's had an issue with her because she was the only one being outspoken about him. How about him bribing the driver and then J-Lo was in the middle of all that?
Who do you guys think are the 3 celebrities that they're saying they have video footage and then they have one not with him but in a compromising position? They're saying it's a huge talk show host. I don't want to say the name, but it's pretty big.
Talk show host?
Yeah. You haven't heard this part?
No.
It's a very big. Do you know who I'm talking about? I don't want to say it because it's alleged.
I don't. I'm trying to think who it might be. I could maybe take a.
Could you tell what I just mouthed to you?
Mouth it again. Oh, I don't think so. I was thinking more like.
They're saying he's deep in it.
Oh, really? I mean,
Barnes, you can mouth it to me as well. Could be, yeah. Well,
I just mouthed it to Leslie.
Yeah. I just feel so bad for Wendy Williams because this has been going on forever. When she had the TV show, she talked about, you know, the Diddy and Drake beef, detailing this fight between the two of them at a Miami nightclub. I mean, she's giving out the dirt.
And now I can talk about Puffy and Drake and the punch in the face. It's time for Celebrity Fight. Hit it. Okay, so the city, Miami, the nightclub, Live. Some people were saying that Puffy was furious because Drake tried to hit on his girlfriend, Cassie. But that's not what happened. What happened is Puffy's furious that Drake scored the song 0 from 100 because Puffy felt the song belonged to him. So Drake ended up recording it, and as you know, that's the song of the summer. And Puffy missed out on a big hit. So the guys see each other at Live nightclub. Next thing you know, Puffy punches Drake in the face. Well, at first, I'm like, how uncivilized. And apparently this punch in Drake's face from Puffy is 10 months long overdue. And I'm gonna tell you why. Drake has a history of disrespecting Puffy. And I've got the video footage to prove it. Look at this. Look at this. Watch what happens. Drake mics, sit. Now you know. You don't snatch somebody's microphone. Even when we do Ask Wendy, you know, I hold onto my mic tight. The second somebody wants to take it, I'm like, no.
Yeah, all about exposing Diddy. Other big news over the weekend. Shocking, and none of us think it's true, but Garth Brooks accused of sexual assault and battery in a lawsuit from a hair and makeup artist that he worked with. Yes, under the name Jane Rowe, she worked as a hairstylist for him. The complaint was filed in California on Thursday. She claims that she was once raped by Garth Brooks during a work trip.
raped by him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You said none of us think it's true. Who are the none of us?
Well, people in Nashville don't think it's true just because of his character I'm just saying that's what a lot of people in this community are saying because of his character over the years. Now, in a statement he did release to CNN for the last 2 months, I have been hassled to no end with threats, lies, and tragic tales of what my future would be if I did not write a check for many millions of dollars. Hush money, no matter how much or how little, is still hush money. In my mind, that means I'm admitting to behavior I am incapable of, ugly acts no human should ever do to another. So he said we filed suit against this person nearly a month ago to speak out against extortion and defamation of character. He filed it anonymously.
You believe him?
I do believe him.
Really?
I do.
Well, you sound like you don't.
Well, just his character, he is the biggest ass, not only from what I've heard, but what I've seen. I was in the green room at Kimmel with him, and he was on the show, and they brought a fan in, a woman who had won the right to meet him. He was so condescending to her.
See, I've never seen that side of him. I mean, listen, people talk about, whether he has a big ego or not, but...
Huge. The way, what I saw, I was 3 feet from the interaction, and you would have thought he was the coming of something.
It sounds like an extortion sort of thing, but...
Yeah, I mean, I've only heard good things about him, and I don't know. But, I mean, I've never been in a green room with him, but I also don't live in Nashville and...
Right.
Know people who know him. It seems a little out of left field, but I guess a lot of these things always seem out of left field. And then you start digging deeper and you unpeel the onion, and it turns out there's a history. So who the heck knows?
Yeah, it could be extortion. I'm just saying he was a jerk. I'm not saying he's a rapist.
Right. There's a big difference between.
I'm just saying when you talked about his character, I was just saying I had not seen. That side.
That is a big jump.
That is your Celebrity Sleaze.
Jimmy Barron's hanging out with us the entire morning.